everyone, welcome back to Strategica channel. My name is your financial advisor and your go-to person when it comes to everything personal finance. So in today's video, we're going to be sharing what it is that you need to do when you're playing catch up with your retirement savings. In last week's video, we had actually talked about what it is or the different options that a person has when they actually leave their employer and what is it that they have to do with their retirement savings. So this week we're going to be discussing what it is that you need to do if you have to play catch up with your retirement savings. So playing catch up means that you haven't saved enough. Hi everyone, welcome back to Strategica channel. My name is your investment advisor and your go-to person when it comes to everything that has to do with personal finance. So in last week's video, we were talking about what it is that you need to do when changing employers. What is it that you have to do with your retirement fund savings? So in this week's video, we are discussing what it is that you have to do if you're playing catch up with your retirement savings. So let's get straight into it. When it comes to retirement savings, you might find that you need to play catch up. And the reason why you need to play catch up, being that you haven't saved enough, is either one, when changing employers, you have been cashing out and using all the funds, which we have said is a no-no. The second reason is you might not be part of a formal retirement fund because you are self-employed and don't know the options that are there for you and haven't actually started saving for retirement at all. Then the third reason might be you are saving for retirement, but you actually haven't sat down with your financial advisor and done the calculations to see if you're actually putting away enough. So if this is you, do stick around because we are going to be discussing a whole lot of information that is going to be useful for you and your future. So we're going to be discussing how do you know that you haven't actually saved enough. So for me as a financial advisor and being the technical person, I am here to actually do the financial calculations, which is the maths behind everything. But what you have to do is to say, if I am age 33 like myself today, and I want to retire at age 55, how much is it that I will need at retirement at age 55 to take care of all my needs? So for instance, the assumption is that one, if I'm retiring, I should have paid up most of my debts. Two, I might want to purchase a new car at that point in time to make sure that as I go into retirement, unless I have a less troublesome car and that doesn't need to be fixed all the time, to make sure that I am living worry-free. I might want to travel. I might want to actually downgrade my house, move into a smaller house that's easier and affordable to manage. So all of these options and all of these choices that I want when I get to retirement have a monetary value to them. So what we do as a person that's doing the calculations, you sit down and say, this is what I want ideally when I get to retirement. Then I do the maths and say, then in monetary terms, this is what it means. So let's say I come up with a ballpark figure of say 5 million. And then if I need 5 million, then the question is, do I have enough saved today to make sure that my money is going to go to that 5 million? And if we do the calculations and find out that given my current contributions to my retirement fund, to my pension fund if I have one, to my savings that I might be putting aside and other investments, I still won't get to that 5 million. And let's say I get to 4 million, that means I have a 1 million gap. And that 1 million gap, we need to make up for it. So if that is you, do stick around and see how we can get through that gap and make sure that you retire comfortably. So the different options that you have for yourself or for anyone that you may know of, because some of us are probably watching this and thinking of our brothers, uncles, or even parents as well, is if you actually come and seek the advice of a professional and you see that you're actually behind with your retirement savings, the first thing is one, allocating more towards your savings on a monthly basis. So doing so would either come in the form of either you're going to maximize if you're part of that formal retirement or pension fund that is part of your work contract where you are. First of all, you want to maximize your annual contributions to make sure that you're taking advantage even of the tax benefits. Remember, all retirement savings are done pre-tax, so it means that whenever you have put away all that you can put away, your taxable income is actually lower, so you save up on the tax as well. So you make sure that you put as much as you can by maximizing your annual contributions into that particular employer-based fund. The second option is, okay, now you've messed up your contribution, but we also come up with a figure that you're still behind. You probably need to still put away more. The other option is for you to look at your budget and see if you can find money to put towards your retirement savings. And if this is not possible, then getting an additional source of income might be the option to make sure that you're actually going to be able to fund that liability or that shortfall that we have talked about. So the third option comes to those people who either have never had the chance of saving for retirement before, or do have their employer-based funds but realize that they actually do not have enough put away. There is what we call a retirement annuity fund. So this fund has a retirement age of 55, and at the end of it you will have a lump sum that you will take away in cash when you reach your retirement age, and then you would have 2/3 of this being invested. So how this works as well is that it is going to help you to do voluntary contributions. This is all up to you, and it is not based on your employer or any other savings you might have elsewhere. So you go out and you have that additional retirement fund savings that you are putting away for yourself, and then that will also add up to your capital that you will need at retirement. So the last option, which I think applies to everyone, is if you have time to make up for, you actually need to be in very aggressive portfolios. So you can never go or shy away from the fact that you actually need to be considering high growth assets. And high growth assets, here we are looking at things like equities, where the investment is earning as much return as it can. If, for instance, I want to retire in the next 10 years, I need to make sure that I am building enough capital, and the only way I can be able to beat inflation, be able to meet my growth targets, and that requirement in terms of the savings that I need to do, is to be in very aggressive portfolios that, even though they are volatile in the short run, but we know that up curve is always there in the end when we look at our equity funds, whether it's directly in shares, you might be in unit trust, you might be in ETFs, and like we have said, there is an array of investment options and vehicles that are available to you. But the problem, or the solution if I may say, is for you to make sure that you're well equipped with and educated with the different options, or seek the help of a professional advisor to make sure that you take advantage of everything that is out there for you. So I'm sure that this video has been a mouthful for everyone who has been thinking about retirement, but if you haven't been thinking about it, this is the right time to do so. So this is that video where you probably need to pause, get out your thing and put on your thinking cap actually, and try to think if you feel that you're comfortable with your current retirement savings. And if you're not, it's probably high time that you contact a professional to assist you with that. And some of us, you might find that we actually have never even thought about retirement. What if you live to be 100? Are you prepared to be living for that long? Do you think you have the financial security to make it to age 100? So this is the right time where we need to be thinking about our retirement. We need to be thinking about putting away as much as we can, and to make sure that our investments are growing in line with our long-term goals, because you don't want to be caught off guard when you're just retiring, next year, and you find that you actually have a 1 million deficit, like the example that I made earlier. And if that is you, then you know there is no way possible that you can be able to make up for that in the next year. This is why you see some people who are now working way into their retirement years, because now they didn't have enough saved up for their retirement, and now they are working until they are around 60 or 75. And we have some people who actually never even retire because they don't have enough put away for retirement. So to make sure that you have those golden years and you're living them in style, make sure that you do seek the help of a professional. But do remember to hit that subscribe button if you found this information valuable to you. Share it if you like, and make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you get notified whenever we have such awesome content up on your YouTube channel. See you next time. Bye.